Basically, I'm doing this video topless because it's part of the political statement I want to make. Going topless shouldn't actually be a political statement, but it is, and that's one of my problems. You're not actually going to be able to see my boobs in this. They're carefully concealed out the way, because if you could see my boobs, then YouTube wouldn't let me put this video up, because apparently making a topless video is another male privilege. I'm going to start off by giving you a little bit of background knowledge about me. So I grew up with 3 brothers. Our mums would take us on seaside holidays. We'd all strip down to our underwear, me, my brothers, in our pants, nothing else, and I'd run around with my little undeveloped boobs, not giving a... When I grew up and I hit puberty, I never really got out of that mentality that I should act differently, or I should be ashamed of my body and cover it up because I'm a girl. I was still in that mentality that I can run around with my boobs out, and that's okay. The other reason that stuck in my mentality is that they're my boobs. I grew them myself. They belong to me. They're on my body, and what I do with them is not up for discussion. It's not a debate. It's my boobs. That's what they are. So when some ignorant, misogynistic, oppressive jerk comes on my Facebook page and slut shames my holiday pictures, I ain't gonna stand for it. I 110% ain't gonna stand for it. And it's not his fault. I'll make that clear. It's not his fault. It basically, the patriarchy has sexualized the woman's mammary glands to such an extent that something as innocent as sunbathing topless has become a sexual act now. You know, apparently you're attention seeking or trying to get men to look at you. It's gone so far that there had to be some sort of campaign to let women breastfeed in public. Something as natural as breastfeeding was deemed inappropriate, and women had to say, hang on a minute, I'm not going to be oppressed, I'm going to feed my fucking child. Well, they probably didn't say fucking, but I'm going to feed my child. I mean, I was just hot. I was hot, I was at the beach, I was sunbathing, I was having a good time, but apparently I've done something wrong or stepped out of line or given him some sort of opportunity to call me an attention seeker because I had my boobs out. And the only reason I can think, you know, that the only thing I've done wrong is exercise a privilege that my gender doesn't have, and that's to go topless. Now, saying that women don't have the right to go topless isn't entirely true. Women do have the right to go topless, but that right is conditional, and the condition is whether a man or the patriarchy have given her that right to go topless. So if you want to take your shirt off, you've got to get a man's permission. Cue Nuts, Zoo, Page 3 of the Sun, any of these, because remember, a woman's body is not her own. And if a woman does take it upon herself to get her boobs out without a man's permission, well, then she is an attention-seeking whore with low self-esteem. The reason that men throw around these insults is because their ego has been damaged. By liberating your own body, you are removing man's authority over it. So, in order to reclaim that patriarchal authority, a woman who dares to go topless is told she's attention-seeking, or that she's a slut and she wants men to look at her. That way, the male authority is reinforced, and a woman's act of self-love or liberation was actually all about men all along. And obviously, this isn't true. Women get their boobs out for multiple reasons, not just to impress men or get male attention. There's sunbathing, it's hot, they want to breastfeed, they don't want to get tan lines, 200 other fucking people are doing it, or maybe the radical notion that they just don't want to wear a top. See, the patriarchy has this massive problem with women's independence, and when I say women's independence, I mean acts by women that don't involve men. Point 1 being that women can't ever appreciate their bodies for themselves, which I've just spent 4 or 5 minutes explaining. Point 2 I'm going to talk about is lesbian relationships. And by lesbian relationships, I mean a relationship between one woman and one woman. In other words, no one else's fucking business. However, once again, woo! Well done, patriarchy! They have managed to take something unique to women and sexualize it from a man's point of view. So now, being a lesbian isn't an orientation, it's more of a fetish for men. So lesbian sex isn't a component of a healthy, functional relationship, but rather an aesthetic for the erotic benefit of men. I mean, how fucking crazy that a woman can express her sexuality without a man in the equation. So, to conquer this crazy idea, the patriarchy openly suggests and believes that this private sexual act between women is, you guessed it, for the benefit of men. And they are wrong. Now, the last point I'm going to make in this policing of women's bodies is about inequality in comic nudity. Inequality in comic nudity? What's that, I ask you? Well, you ask me even. Well, I'm going to tell you. It's when say a guy gets his ass out, or does one of those little sneaky ball pictures, you know, the ones they get their balls out in photographs, no one notices, and it's oh so hilarious, and he's such a laugh, and he's, oh what a lad. The inequality part is when a girl wants to do something hilarious, like get her ass out, or clap her boobs together like this. Cause that's fucking funny. That's funny, right? Yeah, it's hilarious. She's being an attention-seeking slut. That's what comic inequality and nudity is. The reason that this is ingrained into our minds, that guys naked is funny, girls naked isn't, is because girls don't get a choice in what they want their body to be. Their body is one thing, and that is a sexual object. They can't decide that they want their bodies to be comic, or they want their bodies to be liberated, or artistic, or nurturing, because it's already been dictated to them that their body is a sexual thing. Nothing else. So the reason that I got an antagonistic comment put on my Facebook page is because that guy's been taught by society that women are the possessions of men, and when a woman reveals her body, it's because she wants attention for it. Well, when I reveal my body, that's not what I was doing, and for many women that's the case as well. And I'm hoping that by the end of this video more people will understand that. Now, I'm not talking about strutting down the high street in nipple tassels. What I'm talking about is social equality. And as a feminist, we're fighting for financial equality, equality in the workplace, political equality, domestic equality, and I believe that social equality should come with that. So, in all honesty, if you're going to go to the beach and get your pecs out, then these babies are going to come out too. And I don't give a damn what you think. Please subscribe to my channel. I fight for social justice every Monday.